Hey folks, Will Brink here, www.brinkzone.com. Question I'm going to answer today is one I've gotten many times, which is creatine and teens. I get that question from both parents and I get the question from teens. So the answer to the question is fairly simple from a physical point of view. And the answer is creatine is perfectly fine for teens in terms of doing them any harm. It's no different for a teen than it is for an adult as far as its effects. Creatine does not work through hormonal mechanisms, so it's not altering your hormones or anything that might be of specific concern to teenagers. The issue I have with creatine in teens is actually more fundamental, and that is the vast majority of teenagers do not eat particularly well, nor do they train particularly well, and they're still learning, they're still experimenting, they're still growing, and the problem that I find is they look to creatine and other supplements, of course, but this video is specific to creatine, to jumpstart, to shortcut their way to making progress without learning the fundamental basics of nutrition and proper training. Now, it is the nature of some teens, I'm not going to say all teens, but many teens, to want shortcuts, and it's not in their nature to be patient and to sit down and learn, understand nutrition, understand basics of training and that type of thing, and therefore they're looking for something. As I get an email that says, I'd like to pack on a quick 5 pounds or a quick 8 pounds or whatever. And so what happens is, if you start taking supplements and never really learn the basics, the essential basics of nutrition and training, and you have a track record with those, you might know this in your head, doesn't mean you're actually following it month after month, year after year, to get the type of responses you want. Those are two, of course, different. Knowing and doing, not always the same thing. So my issue with creatine in teens, or supplements in general, but there are some supplements, again, that are perfectly fine for teens anyway, is more of an issue of understanding and really following the basics of training and nutrition and getting the progress from that versus trying to throw in creatine and bypass really understanding those other issues. Now, if you're one of those rare teens who really has all that stuff together, and I know the problem is everyone's going to think they're not that guy who really doesn't know as much about nutrition and training as he thinks he does, it's the other guy. But if you really have all that stuff together and you want to add creatine to the mix, it's not going to do you any harm, and I'm saying that for parents and I'm saying that for teenagers, but my personal feeling is it's really not needed for teenagers. It's probably not the best place to spend your money right now. As a teenager, again, you usually have limited funds. I would put that money again into good food, or I would put that money into good training programs and learning, put it into good books and that type of thing. I think that will be your best bang for the buck. So I hope that answers your question specifically about creatine in teens. And if you like this video, please, hit the like and the Twitter and the share and all that. And I'll see you all on the Brink Zone. Now, for more information on this topic, head on over to www.brinkzone.com, where you'll find my blog, more videos, free reports on fat loss, muscle building supplementation, fitness, health, and longevity, as well as a ton of articles in my free weekly fitness newsletter. And I'll see you all on the Brink Zone.